please.
Hi, I'm Gopika and I'm Head of Analytics at App Growth Network. Making numbers talk is something that really excites me. And here at App Growth Network, that's what I do. I help clients to follow a data-driven approach to help their apps grow. And it is really important to look into the right kind of numbers and have a unified dashboard so that you can have all the levers at one place that you can optimize for your product and marketing performance. So today, Michaela and I would be presenting to you the unified dashboard that we follow. And over to you, Michaela.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, my name is Michaela, and I'm a Senior Growth Manager at App Growth Network. App Growth Network is a mobile marketing agency based in Vancouver. In my role of a Senior Growth Manager, I connect creative and analytical people to deliver value to our clients. And today with Gopika, we will show you how to build more efficient data reporting and how you can save 10 hours of your time per week. So, what will you get from this session? In this session, we will show you what are the most important ad metrics you should follow, what are the right tools you should use to measure these metrics. And in the second half of the presentation, we will show you how a unified dashboard should look like and what are the steps you should take to build this own dashboard for yourself. So, every app company consists of three main departments. First is the product department. That's your app. You want to focus on the customer journey, your product, UX, UI, user engagement, and retention. The second department is mostly looking at the user personas and trying to create the right creative assets and campaigns to those potential users using the right marketing channels. And the third one is the business management department, which is mostly concerned about the costs and the revenue of the whole company. All these departments are usually working in silos and they have their own metrics that are important to them. This is an overview of the top metrics you should track in every department. The marketing KPIs are usually the click-through rate and conversion rate from impression to download, as well as the cost per install for the given channel, and then the return on your ad spend. After downloading your app, you are switching to the product department. In the product department, the KPIs are the conversion rates in the app funnel, and then also the associated costs per engagement, session length, and retention. In the business or management department, the main KPIs are the customer acquisition costs and lifetime value of the users. You should always make sure that your lifetime value is higher than the customer acquisition cost to achieve the positive ROI. So, to measure these metrics, there is a huge variety of tools you can use on the market. In the marketing department, to have your ASO performance and paid user acquisition tracked, you should use at least one ASO tool, and usually we see that other companies are using at least 3 paid user acquisition channels. After downloading, you should be able to track your attribution. So every app company should use at least 1 attribution tool and 3 analytical tools. In the business department, to track the cost per acquisition and also the lifetime value, you will need additional tools, which are custom LTV models or other financial reports reporting these metrics to you. So that's 11 tools on average, every product manager or marketer needs to track and manage every week. So if you only spend 1 hour on each of them per week, this will add up to 11 hours of analysis per week. And now Gopika will show you how you can create a unified dashboard that can save you 10 hours of analysis per week.
Yeah, thank you, Michaela. So before I start, like how to build the dashboard, I would be showing you an overview of the dashboard that we follow. So our dashboard is divided into 10 reports, and the first one is the overview report. So the one that you are seeing on the screen. If you see this overview report, it can be broadly divided into 3 parts. First is if you see the first row, so it's these are the overall metrics which shows acquisitions, costs, and also conversions. And if you see at the second part, which is the channel-wise performance and goal setting, these are the marketing KPIs that are there. So we are able to, measure channel-wise performance. Like in this particular case, for Apple Search Ads, Facebook Ads, and Snapchat Ad, and it's include the cost per installs and installs number. And if you see at the third session, which is about user activity, so these are the product metrics, which covers like your important events starting from installs. In this case, we have covered installs, registration, free trial, and purchase. So this report clearly gives you a view of which channel is performing well, not only in terms of cost, but also in terms of how the users are behaving from different channels further down the funnel. Moving, one step ahead in more depth analysis for each of the channels, we have this report, which is about like, we have a similar report for all the channels like Apple Search Ads, Facebook Ads, and Google Ads. So this report also covers, the first part covers the overall costs and conversions along with acquisitions. The second part is about the campaign-wise performance from a marketing perspective, like covering impressions, clicks, and installs, and also the daily performance, which tells you like if there is an abrupt change in CPI or installs where you need to optimize the campaigns, lower or higher the budgets. And the third part is about the product matrix, which includes campaign-wise performance for the cost starting from installs to the last event down the funnel, that is purchase. So this report basically tells you like which campaigns are performing well and where you should be spending more and which ones you should be optimizing or you should be stopping. So coming up to the next report, which is one step further, like after seeing the campaign-wise performance, we'll dig into the creative performance. So this particular report shows for creative performance for Apple Search Ads. So here you see the keyword performance where, there's CPI and the spends for each of the keywords. And here you see like starting from the second keyword, which is fitness, the CPI is lower and the volume is still high. So these are the good keywords where you should be focusing on. And also these keywords can also be used for App Store optimizations. So we have similar reports like for creatives, even for Facebook or Google Ads, which can be used to see which creatives are doing well and which are not. And the next one is basically then comes the customized product reports. So these reports vary from product to product depending upon what really matters for the product. In this case, this report is particularly for a dating app. It was a hyperlocal dating app, so it was important for them to measure for each of the cities what is the female ratio. So similar customization can be done based upon your product. Like we did one for a meditation app also. So they wanted to measure what's the gender ratio for the features that users are using the most, like whether they are using sleep melodies more or whether they are meditating more using the app or they are interested in much other sections. So yeah, so based upon that, you can have customized reports also in this section. Now coming up, like, how do we build this report? For building these reports, we need the basic knowledge of scripting. So I think we are using Python and Google App Scripts. And in this case also, in this presentation also, I would be covering those two. Then we need the API access to all the tools. Like we have API access available for Facebook ads. There are these marketing APIs. And then we have API access for Apple search ads or other tools like Google ads. And also API access is available for attribution platforms. And then we have CSV files for customization, like the report I showed you earlier for the dating app. So that is done because there we didn't had API access, so we uploaded a CSV file on a weekly or a monthly basis like on what frequency you need that report, and then have that report in your dashboard. So how do we build this dashboard? There are 3 steps involved in it. First is data extraction, that is done by using API calls or CSV upload. Then we process that data using Google spreadsheets, or there can be other tools used for this like SQL and all. And then there's data visualization done, which we do by using Google Data Studio. But yeah, here also there are a lot of other tools that are available that can be used, like Tableau and other tools. Coming up to the details of like what does extraction of data means. So there are these API calls which we do using Google App Scripts or Python. So most of the scripts are done using API calls are done using Google App Scripts, which involve 3 steps. First is building the API URL. So if you see in this particular case, there's this Google App Scripts for getting API data from Apps Flyer. So there's this building the Apps Flyer API URL, and then fetch and pass the URL. And then at the end, we paste that data that we have got into a spreadsheet. And similarly, like we use Python for Apple search ads because it doesn't support Google App Scripts. And then for the platforms and tools which doesn't support API calls, for them we can use CSV upload method. Then coming to data processing, I'll just show one of the ways in which we are doing data processing using Google App Scripts. So here there's data coming from attribution, data coming from Apps Flyer, then channel-wise data which is coming from your paid marketing channels like Facebook and Apple search ads in this case. And then we combine the data from both the sources to get a unified data of both product and as well as marketing using some formulas in spreadsheet. So if you see, attribution data contains media source and then installs and the primary key events which are important for the app. Channel-wise data contains impressions, clicks, app installs, and the spend. So we combine both the data from all the sources, and we get this. Once we have the data processed, we use Google Data Studio to upload that data. Like these data is available in Google Sheets, so we can upload data from Google Sheets, which are which can be synced on 12-hourly basis or daily basis or 15 days basis, based upon like how recent data you are looking for in your dashboards. And then you build these customized dashboard following the UI from Data Studio. So the dashboards visualizations I've already explained you earlier. Like there are 10 reports. Out of them I've shared 4 reports. Keeping there's less time available. So yeah, that's it. This is how you visualize the data. And then yes, I'll just summarize quickly the key takeaways that you have learned from our session today. First, you should know that what are the important metrics. Like this can be broadly divided into three: product matrix, marketing matrix, and the business matrix. And then what are the right tools to measure these metrics? For marketing, it could be the marketing platforms that you are using, like Facebook ads and Apple search ads. And then there's data from the Play Store, which is obtained from Google Play Console and iTunes Console. And then there is analytics data that is available with Facebook Analytics or any other source like Mixpanel or Amplitude that you are using. And then we gave you an overview of how does your unified dashboard should look like. It should have an overview, channel-wise performance, and the product performance. And then the three steps that we use to build these reports: one is extract data, then process that data using Google spreadsheets, and then visualize the data using Google Data Studio. Yeah, so here, thank you for your attention. Hope you had a good time and you learned.
Yeah, thank you so much as well. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us now or reach out to us via LinkedIn or email.
Yeah, we also have a booth. You can reach out to our booth and talk with us there.
And in the booth, we will be giving a live presentation of the dashboard. So we'll be able to see much more, and we also have additional offers for you. You can check out. So we're looking forward to see you there.
Yeah, thank you.